Oh, whoa. It's Free Comic Book Day.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm Vaughn. This is Rise Again Comics. And I got a brick of goodies. So much so that this weird cross-eyed attendant in the comic book store made kind of a snarky comment as I walked out with these, which was weird. Everyone was walking out with a lot, and I bought two thick, hardy Batman books. I don't know what his problem was, but I looked at him and I was just like, oh, I guess we found the grumpy one here in the office. And he was just like, he looked at me, and then his other eye looked over at a completely different section of the store. So this is a really cool book. As you can see, the art's really awesome, and the way the panels are done, it takes me back to the 90s. Look how thin and kind of fun those panels are. It's kind of where art rules, is this type of style. This is a great book. Really cool stuff here. We have Interceptor by Donny Cates. I can't tell what gender anyone is on this cover, so obviously they're doing something right in the SJW comic world. Everything's pink now. Have you noticed that they're making everything pink in comics, and not in a cool way? Maybe this will be cool. I don't know. I'm gonna give this a read, see what Donnie pulled off. You know, I read his Venom and I liked it, but then it just kind of disappeared. Like after you feel good when you eat McDonald's, and then you don't feel that great later. You know? Okay, this Robotech, yeah. Non-anime style though, non-manga style, so their hair falls down, of course. Gravity actually works on the hair. This might be cool. I love Robotech. I had to get this because it's the Goon, and I'm all about the Goon. I love the Goon. I don't know what Grumble is. I guess it's these two. Talking Pug. Let's do it. Frankie with a knife. Good stuff. See, it's like the best day of the year, or at least one of. You go and you take a bunch of awesome comics home. And I've never seen so much manga until this year, which is very telling, and that's why the industry's doing better now, is because the manga is selling so well. Better than ever. Kino's Journey. Nice. Dark Age. It looks like a post-apocalyptic barbarian type book. I don't know. This is one of those roll the dice type books. I like the logo. Motor, baby. Motorin'. Okay, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Well, duh. Why would I not get this? My Hero Academia. This is so cool. This is look at the art. If you want to learn how to draw a comic book that sells, and sells really well, look at the art in this book and just look at how they keep it simple, and they come up with creative fights that tell a story, and it's all fight. This whole book, from what I can tell, is a fight. How cool is that? Awesome manga over here. And just have it here in the States for Free Comic Book Day, just pure badassery. And then we have this cool, creepy, awesome story that I watched the anime of, and now they have the manga being released. Bunch of orphans think that they're just living the life and everything's great, and it turns out they're being raised to be food for monsters and demons. So good times. We put that at the end there. That's a cool one. So we have some awesome Carnage action. This looks fun. It's Miles. You're not the only Spider-Man around here, buddy. We're all Spider-Man now. Haven't you heard? Everyone gets to be the Spider-Man, which means no one's special anymore. My favorite thing is monsters. This chick takes spiral paper and a ballpoint pen and draws really ugly, unhappy people, and she won awards. So I was thinking about getting this and reviewing it, maybe roasting it a little bit. Or maybe it's just genius. Everyone's acting like it's just brilliant. I mean, what do you think? And then we get to this one that I just could not wait to fucking see and read. Oh man. So this is humanoids working with Mark Waid, who then hired on people like Kwanzaa and Mags Visaggio. I like to call her Vags Massaggio. I don't know why. Vags, I don't know, works. It just works. And put together this massive SJW team to come up with the most SJW books ever. This is special. Now let me tell you guys something about this book too. This cover is a heavier stock than all these other books. And it's matte. It has got a nice matte. Once again, humanoids does not spare expense on quality. Even on Free Comic Book Day, they're putting out something that's a little higher quality than everyone else. That's part of what I loved about Humanoids when I was reading Meta Barons and all that good stuff they put out from incredible European artists. And that makes me want to get into why this book is so important. Like, more important than you think. Seriously. It's way more important than you could imagine. Like, let me tell you. This is the first time Humanoids has published floppies. They're gonna put high quality stuff out. Even this Free Comic Day book, like I said, high quality. And they hired Mark Waid to be the lead. They hired a team of SJWs and they're making SJW books. This is not Marvel or DC doing SJW books. This is SJWs having to create characters and an entire universe, and it will either stand or fall on its own merit. This is them saying, yeah, here we go. We're going to do our thing, and this is what everyone wants, and everyone's craving this type of book, and these types of books, and these types of heroes. And we're going to show you that diversity sells. We're going to show you that our whole ideology is just the new way of doing things, and it's going to take over. It's going to be hot, okay? This is it. This is it. It's here. This is what all the comic book critics should be focusing on now. This is what it's either they're going to be proven right and we're wrong, or we're going to be proven right and they're going to be proven wrong, and this is going to sink or swim on its own merit. This is so important, you guys. They can't hide behind any established characters with a big fan base at Marvel or DC with this. This is all from the ground up, and they're going to have the support of Humanoids. They have Mark Waid behind them. I don't know how much that counts for anything, but it's definitely them going, this is our dream team. We're going to do the most badass stuff. We're going to do a new universe from the ground up, and it's going to be badass and a whole new, we're going to deal with the real issues and do stories that people love forever. They're going to give it their all, and we're going to get to see, does this work or not? This is a more pure version. Black Mask, you might say, is like, well, that's SJWs, blah, blah. Yeah, it's SJWs published by SJWs, and they don't expect to do well. They don't care. They have some sort of weird funding thing where they can just keep doing it. This is different. Humanoids has never done this before, and they're going to try to put out quality and make some money. They're going to try to compete in the market with this. This is their plan. Okay? So, here it is. It's very important. All the critics need to be on this book. Another thing I need to say about these Ignited books is that they were the largest stack out of all the Free Comic books. I barely got a Robotech. I barely got a Ninja Turtles. The Ignited books with the nice covers and the sleek everything, and the heroes that everybody really wants, is what they always say, was a complete gigantic pyramid to the gods of mediocrity. Just sitting there. So everything's pink. Every time someone uses a power, it's pink. Here's a pink. And they hope this will appeal more to girls, but I don't think it does. I saw little girls walk by this and didn't even look twice. It starts off as basically a post-apocalyptic warning. Or maybe the apocalypse is starting up because the Earth is angry with us and it's going to kill us. I'm not kidding. That's so far the main villain of this book is Earth. Okay? And then because the Earth is trying to kill us out of the blue, people started getting powers. And then Pink, once again, Pink is coming! It's taking over your world, girl! You can do it too, girl! Is the messaging on everything now. So, we have this character, a 29-year-old chick, just smarter than you in every way. That's her power. She's smarter than you. She thinks faster than you. She always knows more than you. She's better than you at everything. There's a robbery in progress. Something goes wrong. Someone's been shot. It's a police officer, and she's trying to help him. And this kid wearing the snow goggles is like, "Dah!" He's holding a flailing kid, pointing his gun probably all over the place. I just wanted the money. I told him to freeze. And she's thinking, and of course her power is pink. I guess that's what they decided for all of their comics that Mark Waid and all of them are putting out, that pink is like the power color. It's their theme. Goes really well with those pussy hats they wear and the little ribbons they wear all the time. So
Accent local. Height, weight, 5'5", 160 pounds, give or take. Angle of firearm, lethal. No, 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 no. This is not a stagnant image that she's talking about, even though we're reading it as such. This is a guy who's carrying a screaming, flailing kid, pointing his gun probably at all kinds of angles. But they're trying to make us think that he has it at this perfect angle. They probably shouldn't have put the kid in his arms, and he should have both hands, and he should be aiming in that way where he's got a perfect shot going. But instead, and he looks like a kid who's never done this before. I doubt he's ever shot anyone. He's probably shitting himself, and his aim is completely off. But instead, she's using her super thinking abilities. Women of color think better than you. It's because it's just written by guilty white guys who feel like if they do this, it makes the world a better place. It lets black girls know that we know they're smart too. It's really condescending. It's really, really condescending to women, black women, the intelligence of women. But, because they think that they need this to feel better about themselves, She's just trying to talk it out with him. So if you shoot him right now, the man will survive, but another shot from that exact angle, and it will go right through his heart. I promise you. And then ping, 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 ping. Listen, please. So it's this. What she does is, like a good hero, she lets him go. Yeah. He runs away with the kid, and she doesn't do anything. And then she calls the cops and goes, "Vehicles northbound on 19, license Alpha Foxtrot Hotel 129, 2002 Blue Chevy Express." Like, she tells the cops on him like a good hero should. What an amazing comic book. And she's like, "No one can see the speed trap there, but I know where it is." Yep. She knows more than you. She thinks faster than you. She's supposed to be thinking faster than the most super of supercomputers, which is not really much of a power because your mind could think fast, but it doesn't mean you react fast and the information you're processing can come out of your mouth fast enough to be of any real use all the time. So, she takes care of that, and they're like, you saved her by calling the cops really fast. You're really awesome. And then we have this couple who they need to be close together but can't touch. But if they get far apart, things happen. So he uses the pink power and pulls in a club and hits the guy. And then her pink power explodes out of her pants on a train in front of everyone. Look at this guy. He's just like, woof. Girl, there's a bathroom down the fucking aisle. And she explodes and goes, "Adam!" and blows up the train. These people are fucking idiots. Like, good job sticking together. Is it really that hard to do? I can't seem to get rid of people most of the time. This is an SJW book, and they said they were going to deal with real issues. And what do you get? You get exactly what you were not wanting to see. You get a parody, or maybe just a stand-in for Alex Jones and InfoWars. And here he is. He's talking about high school students after a shooting. And he's saying that they don't exist. "Whole thing was a false flag operation, man. Biggest one produced yet. This isn't about protecting our children. This is the loony left coming after our guns and our constitutional rights." So, as usual, they claim their book is this, like, righteous, high up, like, we're going to deal with the real issues. We're going to take it to the, we're going to bring it down to the real deal level. We're making real, they're not superheroes or even necessarily heroes. They're real people with powers, bro. And no, they just use it as an opportunity to slander the people they hate, their enemies. You have to understand, the left hates Alex Jones. They blame him for a lot of stuff that they really shouldn't. He's, whether you like him or hate him, they could have just left him alone and let him do his conspiracy theories, let him, but within his, his bizarre show, this was a guy saying things that drove them nuts because he was probably also saying the truth. So he gets a phone call from someone. "This is Brent Smith. This is Factivism. Hello? Afternoon, son. Where you calling from?" "Your house, mother effer." And they have their pink powers on. They're all pink with power. Pink is powerful. Don't forget that. Anyway, and then there's a cliche bad guy like holding their files and pictures of them on a desk going, "They do not know how they'll come to serve me." Ignited. Pink. Pink. Pink powers. Pink. Everything's pink. They literally sat in a meeting and decided that everything would be pink. This is Callum Healy. His goals, and then this is their abilities. One of his friends is wounded, so while he's tried to hide, he gets shot, and it ignites his ability to control microorganisms, diseases, and viruses. Makes sense. She can flatten objects and mentally fold them into origami sculptures, and she's Asian. Dude, SJWs are going to barbecue Mark Waid for this one. Oh my god. You can't make Asians do origami. That's hot. Why aren't the other SJWs on this thing going, "I have concerns, Mr. Wade"? Her power is pink. What's her power? She could deflect everything, earth, trees, people, with an energy that warps objects in ways that make even a physicist's head explodes. These are boring powers. There's the guy who had a mustache in the last one, but he has no mustache. Here they look like different people. It's supposed to be the same dude. Like, it looks like an angry black dude with because someone put an anime girl wig on him, you know? And then you got him here. He looks more like a surfer dude. I don't get it. They're not consistent. Yeah, so you get things like this. The best stories touched on actual issues. Ignited stabs at the nerve of what's happening in our real life. The series approaches superhumanity in a more real and relevant way. This is it, guys. If you want to see SJWs with no restrictions, none, getting Mark Waid as the leader, who's a big name, and they're getting to do whatever they want. Okay? This is it. This series and all the other books around it. Okay? This is them getting their way. I guess Black Mask is a good example too. But this is special. This is the first time Humanoids has ever published floppies of their own here in the States. Or anywhere, I think. This is Strangelands. This is good. Mags Visaggio is going to be on this one. You know, it's a terrible sounding idea for a story. They can't touch, but they have to remain close, and they keep getting separated, and then their powers go off and bad things happen. In comics, you have a lot of doctors who practice magic or general science, and you have a lot of people who plan to save the world, but you rarely see people who genuinely want to heal the world. The world needs more people who want to save it with a compassion instead of violence. That's why this character didn't do anything while a guy just ran away with a gun and a kid. And she called the cops on him. That's their hero. And here she is thinking big brain thoughts. The gear goes on the spoke. You know they didn't draw this part. They just like photoshopped it in. But you know these schematics were drawn by a dude, right? In real life. Is that allowed or... I don't know. This is a story about control. This sounds more boring than watching flies fucking on top of paint drying. This is boring. This is boring. And then we have Richard Meyer's story. Meyer! So yeah, this is it. This is what they did. This is what Humanoids did. This is what happens when Mark Waid leads a team into battle. They saw an opportunity to make this about social justice. Oh yeah, and I really liked this one, this Mark Waid quote. What if the Parkland survivors had the power and resources to effect change on a monumental scale? That's the pitch that was handed to me, and the socially conscious political work in me was immediately on board. See, they don't hide it anymore. They used to just say, we've got a great cast of characters for you. Oh my god, the powers and their abilities so remarkable. Oh my god, will they be able to defeat all odds? Now they're just like, the social conscious political wonk in me was immediately on board. I can't wait to fucking throw this crap in your face. They just keep doing it. They don't care that it fails. They don't care. For them, this is all about the march of the activist and how we're going to change culture and change the world through whatever crap we make. All they're doing is, killing the industry and killing Humanoid's ability to make great comics. Humanoids should have hired the best artists and the best writers to make the most badass comics and really, really compete in the American market for real. And this, like, this is it. This is it. This is what this is. This, he's just a tree. He's a tree. It's in pink. I don't know. I'm probably going to be seeing pink for the next 18 years in my sleep. It's just, I guess they think it's going to appeal more to women this way. I don't know. Anyway, yep, so that's the book. This is a nicely bound, nice matte, like slick book. They put some money behind this and nobody was picking this up even on Free Comic Book Day. Woo! Still a fun day, and I highly recommend you get out there and buy your comics. All right, thanks guys for tuning in. Subscribe. Look out for my Comic Monster MD. It's coming out this month. It's going to be May 29th, Wednesday at high noon Central Time. We're going to launch this puppy, and I really hope you're there because it means so much to me, you guys. Take care. Bye.